Virgo, welcome to your October 2023 tarot reading. I'm Kate Smith-Kors. I'm a Reiki master and a tarot intuitive, and these are the collective messages for you. So to start out, I want to talk about an oracle card from Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. And this is actually the number 1 card, and it's called Princess. You can be your own knight. So right off the bat, I want to say that some of you are giving your power away. You are too heavily relying either on a partner or maybe even a man. You know, I'm not trying to whatever with gender, but because traditionally it's viewed as, you know, somebody's the princess and then they're waiting for the knight in shining armor to come in and save you, right? So this is about stepping up, being your own hero, being your own knight, not needing to rely on somebody else. I love how she has her little backpack over here and she's got her food in it. Like, she's preparing. She is definitely preparing. So this card says, you may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a chivalrous knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword, and God's help anyone who think they can do a better job. So this is kind of Virgo energy too, right? I think that you guys can be quite particular, and so that a lot of you think that your way is best, and that's totally fine. And I think that you recognizing that you do a damn good job at whatever this is going to be important in this process. So whether this is talking about a job or a relationship, this is about you stepping up, understanding your worth, not waiting to be rescued, and taking the steps that you need to take to make sure that you're not staying in a lower vibrational energy and staying in lack mentality. Okay, so that's about stepping up to the plate when need be. And then this other energy that we have is from the Everyday Witch Oracle by Deborah Blake, and I will also be using the Everyday Witch Tarot as well, which I absolutely love. I'll use that any time of the year. But this is called Hibernation and Regeneration. So sometimes you just need to pull back from the world for a while, rest, regroup, recharge, so you can return stronger and more capable of dealing with whatever awaits you outside your cave. So this is actually a really short message compared to some of the other messages, but I think, in this deck anyway. But the message is quite simple. Some of you are needing to take a break. You know, if you have vacation time built up at work, take it. If you are in a relationship where maybe you've been spending way too much time with this other person and their energy is weighing on you, if you need to take a break from the relationship and just say, you know what, I'm going to spend, if you live separate, I'm going to spend a few days at home and I'm just going to allow myself to rest and take a break and recover. That way I can come back to this relationship with a fresh mind. And you might be feeling a little bit more sleepy. Some of you might be going through the change. So you might be feeling a little bit more sleepy at this time, and allow yourself the grace to take a nap or get some extra rest if that's what you're feeling like you need to do, okay? So know when to take action and know when to rest. So this is about using discernment too. Okay, so let's dive into what are some overall energies, overall themes. I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot, and we have Strength, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and the Six of Wands. So let's talk about the Hermit card first, since this is you. This is about knowing when to go within and doing, sometimes this is about doing a deep dive into your soul and doing some shadow work. Sometimes this is about doing a deep dive into your spiritual practices, making room for making room in your life for you. That's what I'm hearing, is that some of you have been spending way too much time concerned with meeting everybody else's needs that you've forgotten about yourself. So what is it that you want to do to make you happy and for you to find inner peace? And once you do that, and this is not about, you're not considering other people's expectations in this card. The Hermit does not care about other people's expectations. This is about finding happiness within you. And once you can do that and you find that happiness, then you'll be ready to share that with the world. And you won't care about judgment because you've already found that happy, right? And it didn't matter what other people's opinions were along the way. Okay? So that's an important message. Then we also have strength. So there could be a Leo in your life that is significant because this does represent Leo energy, but this could also be talking about perseverance, withstanding a storm, because there is a storm in the background. So there could be, a storm coming or rough waters ahead. And, this Princess card had talked about some type of dire situation that you might be in. So some of you are really going through it. I think that some of you are in either a rough job or a rough relationship where things are a little bit unsettled. You might have a lot of arguments, a lot of storms that you have to get through. But also with the Strength card, it's about patience and gentleness. So be kind to yourself. I absolutely love the content creator Alina Alive and her, I don't know if it'd be called her tagline, but the quote that she says at the end of every reading or every video that she does is, be gentle with yourself. Life is about the journey, not the destination. So I think that you are very goal-oriented, so you are considering the destination, but don't forget to enjoy the process, right? And especially with the Hermit card, it's the number 9, so 9s are about big changes, transformations, but where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. The Hermit is very much in the process. They're involved in the process of the journey. They're going on a journey, right? And the destination is wherever they end up, right? So I love that energy that you're more needing to focus on the journey itself and rediscovering yourself for some of you. I feel like some of you have questioned, like, are you being true to yourself, or are you a version of yourself that you've made because of circumstances that you've had in past relationships or past issues in your life, past jobs, past whatever? I feel like some of you are hung up on what has happened in the past, and it's actually held you back from being true to yourself and how you would, the choices that you would make otherwise. Okay, so anyway, 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is about recognition, public recognition. So some of you could be involved in doing something where people are going to see your skills. They're going to see how amazing you are. You could be presenting a new set of skills to the public or to maybe even a small group of people, whether that's friends or family, and they're recognizing, wow, Virgo actually has a lot more to offer than I had thought. They're amazing, So even though you already knew that, the 6 of Wands is really about being recognized for the hard work that you do. So this could be even like some type of recognition at work. You could be getting some type of little award or maybe a bonus or something like that in the month of October. So that feels really good. And I think that this is also about you recognizing the hard work that other people have put into and how that is benefiting their lives, but maybe even your life too. So it could be like other people's hard work benefiting you too. So that's really cool. Okay, now I'm going to pull another oracle card by the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. And this is number 40. It's called Sphinx Gratification. Okay. Mark your successes. Okay, what did we just talk about? Success with the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory. It's a card of success. It's about recognition. And then we have the gratification here. Okay. So anyway, mark your successes. Use your intellect. Be wise, and as such, know that you can't know it all. Be curious. You don't always need to expect to receive something immediately. Take your time to do things well. Delayed gratification can build character and achieve big goals. Guard what is integral to you. Everything that annoys or irritates you about someone tells a lot about yourself. Oh, that last sentence is it's such a little dig, right? But it's a dig in a way that makes something be brought to light that maybe was hidden. That's part of like shadow work that could be done this month too. So I'm going to repeat that last sentence. Everything that annoys or irritates you about someone tells us a lot about yourself. So if you have a pet peeve, or if somebody that you're around is doing something that like is really freaking annoying to you, maybe explore that. Like, why is that annoying? What is that telling you about yourself? Does it bother you when you take on those same characteristics or do that same thing? And you know how much it bothers you, or the effects that it has on your life when you don't follow a certain protocol or whatever it might be in your life, right? The duality aspect here is now versus later, knowing versus ignorance. And so I think that this is also a card to humble ourselves, right? Because it's talking about we can't know everything. We don't know everything, even if we say that we do or we think we do. It's about being a student. Always be open to learning something new. And even though we think that we've perfected something, maybe we're working on a recipe and we think that we've got it right. Well, is there one little thing that we could tweak or add to it? Maybe it needs just a tiny bit more salt, or this herb would make this perfect. Whatever it is. So yeah, this is about, it's about so many different things. I think that the message has been relayed clearly. So take from it what you will. Take from it what will resonate with you. Okay? And this is also about slowing down, right? The Strength card is about perseverance. It's about patience. So slowing down and recognizing that, when I'm thinking about like a pot of chili, right? A lot of people want to just, throw things together quick, do like a 15-minute recipe. But the chili that sits in the crock pot, or the chili that sits in the pot overnight, like the next day, is usually a lot better, or the stew or the soup is usually better the next day for whatever reason, because it's had time to like sit with the juices. So sometimes if you allow a thought or an idea to sit for a moment, or you work on something for a while and you just sit with it, maybe things will become clearer, they'll become fresher, they'll become more juicy. Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have, what are some potential challenges for you? So when we learn about challenges, we can know how to alter our course or make different choices. So it's always important to learn about how, what potential challenges are coming up, so that maybe we can avoid them or make better choices. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. How is this a challenge? Some of you are very money focused. You've been too focused on money or career, or even helping out family, because the 10 of Pentacles is also a card of legacy, right? Building up something so that you can pass it down for future generations. But in doing so, sometimes you forget about yourself. And so I think that allowing yourself to spend a little bit of money on you, or If maybe you've been spending a lot of time with friends or family, or spending a lot of time at work, don't forget to take a day for self-care, a day for doing something that is, special and important just for you, that's not necessarily benefiting anybody else. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, I love this this theme, this nod to the Matrix, where it's like take the red pill or take the blue pill. The Wheel of Fortune is about cycles. And sometimes it's about choices, right? Sometimes one choice can completely alter our course, alter our path that we're on. And so I think that that's a nod to remembering that you have so much power. All it takes is one decision to completely change your life, right? You're choosing to apply to your dream job. You're choosing to end a toxic relationship, whatever it is. And yeah, it might be difficult at first, or it might be uncomfortable at first, because change is not always comfortable. But through the process, you'll see the beautiful outcome of it all. So the Wheel of Fortune is recognizing that we have our up cycles and we have our down cycles. And just because you're in a down cycle, if you are, doesn't mean that that's where you're going to be forever. Sometimes it's hard to see the forest through the trees, right? Sometimes it's hard to see how things are going to turn out while you're going through the difficult stuff. So that's part of it, is not getting caught up in the difficult stuff if you're in a down cycle. And then we have the Seven of Swords. He looks like, I was going to say he looks like such a joker. Well, he's dressed like a joker, so there's that. But the Seven of Swords can be about somebody who is a bit immature, who maybe isn't considering you when they make certain decisions. And I think that that's going to bother you, because there's a strong energy of you putting you first this month. And so when other people aren't doing that, it's going to be very clear to you. So I think that the jokers, the people who aren't taking you seriously, the people who doubted you, you're really going to be like showing them up, or you're going to be like cutting them out or something like that. You're just going to be like, I have no time, no patience for all of this nonsense, for this bullshit. And why would I keep involving you in my life, or involving this thing in my life, when you don't consider me when you make certain choices? So I think that that's going to be a potential challenge. But as long as you take responsibility for your life, you understand that you are a decision maker, then you can avoid certain things. The last card that I want to talk about is number 5, and it's called Goblins. So 5 is another number of changes, and I wish that I could like zoom in on this a little bit better. It's interesting. There's some like eyes in the background. This card, I guess, could be a little bit creepy looking, but that goes along with like the Halloween spooky vibe I have going on anyway. But anyway, Goblins. Fear is an illusion. Choose love today. Forgive yourself and others. Goblins are born when you're wounded, and something essential is lost in that experience. From that point on, as you forget your wholeness, they remain within you in the shadows. Therefore, they remind you of what brought them into being by mimicking your own voice, tricking you into believing that you're unworthy, victimized, or unlovable. They hold you hostage through low self-worth, self-sabotage, and the feeling that you're lacking what you need. I'm already like, this message is so spot on for what some of you are going through. I talked about stuff that happened in the past forming who you are today, and it holding such a high value in your life, or you holding on to those things too tightly, and they've kind of shaped you and formed you into how you are now. And are you ready to release those things from the past? Are you ready to do the shadow work? Are you ready to release those fears so that you can step into a better version of your life? If goblins pay you a visit, know that they represent the shadow of your own self or someone else's, and that they're leading you into a potentially reactive situation. A goblin's card appearance is an opportunity for growth, however, and a signal that you must love yourself. No human is without flaws. The goblin's message is that you must release resentments and negative self-talk. Within you is the spark of the divine. Ask Spirit to help heal you. Miracles can and do happen. Let go of the negativity. I love that message for you, Virgo. I hope that you have a beautiful month of October. If you like this video, go ahead and comment below anything that was resonating. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for notifications so that you know when I post more videos like this. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can book on crystallizewithkate.com, and I will put that link in the description box for you. And I'm so excited. Hopefully, by the time I post this video, I will be all up and running in my new space. I'm so excited for it. And if you are on Facebook or TikTok, follow me on there so you can get more updates. All right, y'all, have a beautiful month of October. I'll see you in another video.